Sitting at a corner bus stop in 1997, Sean Cononie found a homeless John McCormick and took him in and gave him shelter. Since then, many other homeless individuals were helped by Cononie as they established their own community. It all started with John McCormick.
John is the reason why I do, why we do what we do.
My name is Sean Cononie, and I'm the director of the Homeless Voice Shelter and founder of the agency. Basically, what the Homeless Voice Shelter does, it takes the people who normally cannot comply to more traditional shelters, such as your shelter's been around for years, such as the Salvation Army or some of the county HACs, as they call them, the County Homeless Assistance Center. The other shelters expect the clients to adapt to them. What we do is we adapt to the client, so therefore trying to handle all the needs of any client that comes our way.
What did you?
Comb my hair.
Howard, I can't let you walk around. You look hopeless.
The vendors is what makes the shelter run. The paper is our most valuable resource. 2, it gives someone that comes into the shelter a job.
Thank you.
You know, sometimes we don't interact with a lot of people, you know, especially when we're down and out. So we think it's important that we get people back into the swing of things, back into society, being able to communicate and have some kind of relationships with other people.
Those who can't be rehabbed, what do? Well, you're going to have to warehouse. And if you don't warehouse, well, it's going to be bad for the neighborhood. You're going to have homeless people living in the streets. They're going to be victimized. They're going to be raped. They're going to catch diseases. They're going to prostitute. They're going to pass HIV on to the next person. And if they fall when they hear and they relapse, we don't throw them out. A shelter would. So we fill in the gaps of the county, and we just take the hardest cases. You know, so they say hit rock bottom. Sure, but give them a soft landing to land on.
Every Wednesday night, we do a little bit of outreach. That's when a group of police officers and a group from the homeless shelter go out, and we call it homeless triage, where we're going out looking for people who may not know where a shelter is.
We're going to go out and try to get the homeless to come in tonight if we can. We're going to give them plenty of coffee, food, warm blankets, and let them know where we are in case it gets too bearable for them to come out of the streets. What's the speed limit?
Volunteers with the Homeless Voice Advocacy Group strives to vaccinate Broward County's homeless population against the H1N1 swine flu. Probing the streets of the night, fortified with an ambulance and a police escort.
We're going to be doing the swine flu vaccine. If anybody did not have the swine flu vaccine, you can come over to get it in a few minutes. There's a couple questions we're going to have to ask you. Okay. You good?
Yep.
Okay, real quick. That's it. You're awesome.
There are a lot of benefits. The main purpose of outreach is to try to get people off the streets. And if you can't, then pretty much try to help them out. You know, we provide blankets for them, cigarettes, clothing, food, hot coffee, particularly in the wintertime when it's so cold.
Little trick. You grab it like this, and now you're exposed to nothing. You're always grabbing the inside. Ready? back in the Spanish flu, people would play cards in the morning, and they would be dead by evening. So that's how bad these things can be. And if we go to like where the Spanish flu was, between 50 to 100 million people died in that period. They never could get an accurate count because they were so fast trying to get rid of the bodies. My name is Sean Cononie. I'm the director of the Homeless Voice Shelter and newspaper. We also have a pandemic agency that is used to educate the community members as well as other homeless shelters at the time of a pandemic. So be prepared. The more prepared you are, you don't have to go out of your house to buy or get anything. So that means it's safer. Having this pandemic warehouse is something that we have. Hopefully you set up a room in your house that has the same sort of supplies. Don't take this lightly. Take it seriously.
In an event of a pandemic, public services will be completely surged out. According to the World Health Organization, the outbreak of swine flu in North America has pandemic potential.
I'm Gio Benitez. We are heading right now to Haiti. We are actually going to deliver these items with surgeons and physicians. We are with the Homeless Voice of South Florida.
Our own Gio Benitez has just returned from a relief mission to Haiti. He was on board a flight with doctors from across the country. It was organized by the Homeless Voice of South Florida.
Traveling in a chartered plane, one of the first responders to the devastation in Haiti that shook the country this past January 12, 2010, the Homeless Voice of South Florida aided in raising over $16,000 and transporting ready-to-eat meals and over 30,000 doses of antibiotics to the devastated country. Scrambling in the confusion of a damaged airport with only one usable runway, the Homeless Voice brought with them a team of surgeons and physicians from around the country.
The final trip became a rescue flight in Country Care Center. They actually used our airplane to bring other injured evacuees back to their homeland. I knew that we needed to do just more than what we did. So when we came back, we were able to coordinate with other agencies and help other doctors, medical providers, and other urgent supplies get to Haiti by going from what we learned there. It's a great day. We've been working on these laws for 5-10 years at the state level and the federal level. Hopefully this will set an example that we can no longer hunt the homeless for fun as a sport.
That's it. It's a law.
Hi, my name is Rich. I'm called a hotel manager. Basically, what that entails is taking care of all our clients' needs, taking care of the staff, make sure the place stays sanitary, checking in all the apartments. We do activities that you would do on a cruise ship. We don't want to look at it as a shelter. We look at it as a place where people can live comfortably for as long as they would like to stay. Many of our clients here are mental health consumers, and for those of you who don't know what that means, it doesn't mean they're crazy. It just means they have chemical imbalances and they're on medication to make them more stable, more functional. But still, it's a disability, so they need us. People become staff members, such as I. We are staff because we are basically more functional.
I like to go to Jack's Diner because the atmosphere is right and stuff like that, and it's time for it. Sometimes I like to be alone and have my quiet time. I see myself in a shelter probably another year or two before I get on my own. Hopefully my mom will take me back home and let me work over there. And I'm going to take my first bite of a delicious Jack Diner burger. Or I'll stay in Florida and, you know, look for work here. Something to do with food or entertainment, little drinking, little smoking cigarettes and stuff. Yeah, I like to be filmed on. I like to be an actor in all kinds of films. I like to act. If I had a co-star as being an actor, that'd be cool too. It'll make the movie more interesting.
You come in these doors as a homeless person, but after years and getting to know these people, you begin to love them, and it's almost like you just feel obligated to be here and stay here.
Nobody ever asked me why I do this or why would you want to do this. Well, it's a good thing. It's a reward.